Hi everyone, it is Bren with Addicted to Chalk on this video, and I have this new stencil that I got that I want to change. We don't have a porch, we have a deck. So I am going to try and change this. I printed this out on my Cricut, and I'm hoping, let's see, I'm doing this wrong. I want to make this a stencil. So I have to take each of these letters out. Like this. Now I can add mesh in here if I want, but since this is such a small word, I don't think that I'm going to. I think that I'm just going to leave it like it is. Okay? So that I can just put it right there. Like that. So let me get rid of this off my fingers. Let me grab a board. Let's see. I'll grab this one because I've actually got another piece of wood that I'm going to do this on so that I can hang it on my deck. But I sealed it and it is drying. So let's just go ahead and take this guy out. As you can see, I haven't used him yet. It's brand new to me. I don't know about anybody else. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Find some scissors away from, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it away. Because I don't need to be dealing with all of this stencil at one time. And I don't want the home because I'm going to do deck instead. Although it's nice to have that option. I like that they built that in, that you could have that if you wanted it. We'll put that to the side. Now, I actually want, I'm going to cut this off too because I want it to not be all in one straight line. Does that make sense? So I'm going to divide these. I think I'm going to divide them like this, and I'm going to keep the flowers separate from the letters so that I can decide where I want the flowers. And so I'm just going to leave those separate. Okay, so like I probably would do something like this, and then maybe use this flower 3 times here. But let me show you how to use this, because that's really what we want to learn how to do. So let's go ahead and grab a cloth, because we have to get this stencil ready. We don't want it to be too sticky. We want it to be just sticky enough. So we're going to go ahead, and since it's a new one, get it off here. I'm going to take it off of the backing, and I'm actually going to fuzz it by putting it on a towel. Okay? And this way it makes it so that it doesn't stick too hard to my surface, and I can get it off without disrupting any of the ink paste, or not the ink, chalk paste. Not using ink today. Okay. So let's put that to the side, and let's put this down. Just like that. Whoops, that didn't look good. Gosh, I don't know. Oh, I must have put a lot of fuzz on that. Because I've got little, I know, well, you guys can see it like right there. That one looks funky, but that's okay. I think we'll be okay. Doesn't matter because, you know, we can take it off, right? Okay, so this is going to go right in here, but I'm not going to take it off of here because at some point I may want to use it just like that. And I am going to use the white and got a little green in there. That's okay. I must have been double dipping at some point. Give it a little stir to make sure that it's doing well. If it's not, I can always add a little bit of water. Not household water, but like a water that doesn't have any additives in it. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put this on here and just drag it. And I'm going to try to remember in my brain, that doesn't always work well, not to do the porch. I do want hour though, 2 hour. Okay, let me get the rest of the chalk paste off of there so I can put it back in my tub of chalk paste and save some. I like saving when I can. Okay, let me put that to the side. Okay. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? Already looks awesome. I'm gonna wash that. Now, I've got little pieces all over it, but that doesn't matter because I'm gonna just come in with a wet paper towel and a little bit of water, and that's gonna clean right up. Because it's a water-soluble, ooh, I messed that up. It's a water-soluble chalk paste, and it cleans up just fine. Okay, so now we're going to take our deck. Oh, I need to remember to get that D. Okay. It looks a little high. I'm going to reposition it a little bit lower. Move my inside of my D down a little bit. Okay, now let's try a little bit of chalk on it. I'm going to wipe my chalk applicator off because I noticed that my chalk was getting a little, I must have been working with it too long and it got a little chunky or dried or something, I don't know. Now I'll tell you, these stencils don't work as well as the Magnolia because it seems like we end up taking too much of the ink off. But let's see what happens. Doo, 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 doo. There we go. Now, obviously, I didn't do a very good job. I need to do this again because I messed it up with my sleeve. You know me, I'm not the best crafter, but I enjoy it, and that's all that really matters, right? Okay, so there you go is another really good example of how you can edit a chalk stencil. It just doesn't say exactly what you want, and if you have a Cricut, you have a ton of options. Okay, guys, go forth and craft.